Hi, Spout Loreans. Abdul here with a quick pre-show announcement. If you haven't heard, this coming Monday, August 26th, is the day that we will be launching the first season of our bonus show, Mall Brats, on a brand new public feed with newly scored and remastered episodes. Launch week is going to be pretty huge, with a brand new episode dropping every day. And we're also doing a collab with our friend, the incredibly talented artist, Casey Golden, where she'll be drawing the Cool Treat Kids in her own amazing style. Launch weeks are hugely important for new shows, so we're asking all our listeners to please go and subscribe to the new feed, which is live right now. And when that first episode drops, listen, rate, review, all that good stuff. We genuinely love this show so much, and we think you'll love it too. We're also going to be doing a bunch of launch week giveaways for listeners of the new show, where we'll be giving away custom Spout Lore merch packages from our friends at Fantasy by Numbers, with amazing pins and ornaments and coasters, all with custom Spout Lore art on them. And also, one lucky listener will win the one-of-a-kind Cool Treat Kids character art that Casey is creating. If you'd like to enter to win Casey's gorgeous artwork or any of the amazing merch packages that we're giving away, all you have to do is click the link in the show notes and head over to the new feed and subscribe. Then, when the first episode drops on Monday, rate and review 5 stars or more, and make sure you sign the review with your Discord or social handle so we can find you to give you your amazing Spout Lore memorabilia. From everyone here at Spout Lore, thank you so much. We hope you like the new show.
Hey, and welcome to Spout Lore, coming to you live from beautiful Nanaimo, British Columbia.
Nanaimo.
That is how you spell Nanaimo. That's the Nanaimo official anthem. 2 people out of 5 are sick. So I'm one, and Jessica's the other. See if you can tell what parts we're cutting out because we were coughing too much.
An Easter egg for fans is go back and re-listen to the episodes, and whenever you hear some of us coughing, that is an episode that was recorded in the winter.
Yeah.
And for you Patreon supporters, try to find the fake words that we throw in every episode. And check out the bonus episodes of just the coughing.
Coughcast 2019.
Coughcast.
Yeah. Patreon supporters donating $25 or more a month will get just the lip smacks.
And if you go $30 a month,
It's all beard rubbings.
for $30 a month, I will come to your home and cough in your face.
If you live on Vancouver Island.
For $50 a month, I'll come over and cough in your face.
Whoa!
Search Jessica Feet on spell her Jessica Feet on Google.
Cut that out.
Yeah, stop that, Abdul.
I'm not the first person to ever
Yeah.
I just want this to
You're
happen.
a dirty pervert.
No, I need this to happen.
Whoever was searching Spout Lore Jessica enough for it to be the 3rd most recommended search on Google.
Oh, it's the second most recommended.
Is it the 2nd now?
It's above Spout Lore Podcast.
Oh man, that's our ticket to fame. I'm happy about that. I'm fine with that.
Gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of 3 heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed. Their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing.
Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Fingers half elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might.
Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Spout Lore. I'm your game master Shawn O'Hara, and with me today, players Abdul Aziz.
Hi, I play Tacoma Dome. He loves Ribs.
Oh man, you took mine.
I couldn't find anything on my sheet that was worth saying.
Worth saying.
I think that's perfect.
Ribs it is. Yes. Jessica Ty.
Hi, everyone. I have bronchitis and Billy doesn't.
That's what you're choosing?
Yes.
Billy doesn't have bronchitis. That is his notable feature. Okay, high five. Great. And Paul Oppers.
I'm playing Ving, formerly known as Ving Vang Zumba. He has come out of the spirit world with just his first name
What?
Whoa, you lost your last name?
on purpose.
Whoa.
No.
You left your name? You
Ving's
changed your
gone
name?
Sting.
Whoa.
Cool.
Is this canon?
Yeah,
Canon.
no.
Poof. Ribs are canon.
Oh,
Bronchitis is canon.
Paul talked to me about this before we came down. He was saying that Ving is like entering his Gandalf
Ving
the
the
White
White.
phase. Yeah.
What? I am shook.
So, when we last left our heroes, they had returned finally from the spirit world and had returned to the Highspear Mall,
Oh, God.
leaving behind
What's his face?
ally, friend, some would say, Shathane Wick in the spirit realm to complete his own quest to find his family, find out what happened to his wife and child. Shathane took the place of Ving so he could return to a physical body. Ving briefly looked like Shathane before taking on his natural form, and Shathane briefly looked like Ving in the spirit realm before taking on his natural form, and now the three of you came to sitting around the table with none of your equipment or weapons on you, tied up with a hooded figure in Cartwin's secret room, who, after some posturing and attempts at badassery, revealed himself to be 14-year-old teenager Mears Foulsmith, whom you met in Mudlark all those many month ago?
Yeah, I think it's only been like a month.
As far as
Only
you know,
a
yeah.
month
Yeah.
is what Ving says because he feels like he's been in there forever.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think so, because you were in Mudlark for a couple days. It took 7 days to get to Bulrush Village. And yeah, so Mears had a bit of changes. He looked a little bit rougher. He's also missing his right hand, and it has been replaced by sort of a pinching hook apparatus.
Mm.
He's got a sword. He has a cloak on, and he revealed himself to you under his hooded cloak and said it was nice to see you again, trying to be gravelly and cool. And that is where we are now. What do you do? Mears has revealed himself to you.
Mears, what the fuck happened to your hand?
Oh, this is pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, a frog ate it.
What? Is that when we left you behind?
Yeah.
I'm gonna right out of the gate say we looked for you for a solid 5 minutes.
Oh, I want to believe you. I really do.
No, I did. Honestly, go back and listen to the episodes. I was screaming your name for a while.
Yeah, well, that Mudlark was under attack, so it was kind of hard to hear. And I assume that you really just cast your eyes about within the 30, 40 feet around you. But you know what? It's all good. I got a whole new lease on life. And he points at the copper needle poked through the side of his cloak. Says, I'm a mender now.
Oh, sick. We have one of those. And then I'm just gonna rip through
The ropes?
The ropes.
You're going to
Just-
give me a roll for that.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
to take out the mender's needle. What
Okay.
is the roll?
That'll be a defy danger strength. Oh my god.
12.
Yeah, that's a lot.
What ropes?
Yeah, so I stand up and I just snap through all the ropes that were tied up.
And Mears just watches you for a second.
And I pull the needle out. I'm like, look.
Wait, you're reaching as if you're reaching into a pocket, but you're shirtless. Is it stabbed through your flesh?
Just sitting under your nipple
no,
skin?
I think it's in Billy's hair. I just reach and pull it out of his hair.
Mears is watching you for a second as you break through those ropes just casually, and then he realizes what you just did, and he starts fumbling with his sword.
I just like move in and I show him the needle.
He's
like,
like, whoa, whoa,
check
whoa,
it
whoa,
out.
whoa.
I put my crystal hand on his...
You're tied up.
Did
for
you
sure.
break through?
Oh yeah, I
your-
want to also break the ropes with my crystal hands and grab his.
All right.
Give me one of those.
2d6 plus. Oh man, I missed playing with you guys.
7 plus my
Strength.
9.
Okay, yeah. And you reach forward, you break your ropes too. It they snag on the crystal shards and just like shred. And he is so freaked out that he just grabs the hilt of his sword and starts pulling it out.
Yeah.
And he bashes you right in the face.
In my face?
In your face. Roll what's Mears' damage die? It's probably not high.
Is there a D2?
No, come on. We'll give him some
it's the
credit.
flat one over there.
We'll give Mears some credit. No. It's a 6. It's a 6.
It's a 4.
It's 1 damage.
I've got 1 armor.
You certainly do.
I sneeze.
Yeah. So you break your ropes and Mears.
And I want to grab his claw hand, his hook. I wanted to identify with him that things aren't what they used to be, and we all are a little changed now, but we're still the good people that we used to be. I want to assure him and show him that I too have suffered a loss, and I'm struggling with my new found appendage.
Mm-hmm. Well, he and what's Billy doing during all this?
I don't know. He's just watching this all happen.
Just placidly,
yeah. He too is wondering about the hook, which he just explained.
Well, I mean, he said that.
Yeah, but what happened to your hand, man?
Now Billy's just imagining. Billy's just sitting there imagining a frog eating his hand over and over again. Like, was it a bunch of little frogs?
Yeah.
Was it one small frog that took a long time?
Was it the big frog? I thought we took that one out.
Was it the smaller big frogs?
And Billy's like, yeah, how big?
So yeah, he bashes you in the face, and you kind of grab his hand and hey, you don't have to draw your sword. And he sheathes it again. So he kind of clacks it back in. And what you're just saying, like you were just showing him your hands?
Yeah, just calm down. I guess he's getting riled up about us breaking our bonds.
Well, yeah, totally. Because he was like guarding you, and now everything that they've done to restrain you has been for naught. He goes, okay, all right,
chill.
Yeah, no, okay, I will chill. But just a sec, and he like clacks his sword back in, and he goes over to the secret door that Cartwin led you in through, and he kind of pops it open. Well, and he leans his head out, and he says, "Hey, they're awake. They're awake now." And you hear somebody say something from the other side, and he goes, "Okay, all right." And he turns back to you and says, I guess you're already free except for you, Billy. So
hey, do you want to cut me loose? Or no, I'm going to try to get out of these myself. I may as well.
How's Billy doing it? Trying to break? Is he trying to break the bonds, or is he trying to slip out?
Yeah, he's doing whatever.
No, but like, what is he doing?
Wait, What did you roll?
5.
But it depends on what stat you're using.
Okay, what's...
Oh, come
you have
on,
to decide first.
You have to decide and then
You
roll.
said strength. You said he's just trying to break them.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
just trying to break
So you rolled a 5.
Yeah, I did. Oh, wait, what am I using? It doesn't matter. It's fine.
So
can't.
so how does Billy just flexes? Tries to break out?
Yeah, but he flexes one side but forgets to flex the other. So he just falls over.
Can one of you grab him?
Oh yeah, I pick up Billy and I just like rip him out
Oh, thank you.
like a rapper, like a thing.
Watch his wrists. Careful.
Yeah, you see Mears kind of sigh as you just effortlessly snap these ropes, because it's a lot easier to break ropes for Tuck like when you're not.
Also, these were very poorly tied.
I tried, okay? Whatever.
This one, and I point to what before I rip Billy out of it. I point to one of the knots on it. I'm like, this is just the shoelace knot. Like, look, and then I pull one end of it, and then it all falls apart.
Okay, maybe I don't know that many knots. Well, it's been a learning experience. These last couple months have been a lot of learning for me.
About everything but knots.
And he walks into Cartwin's like apartment, and sitting on one of the couches that Cartwin has in her room, you see Cartwin. She's sitting in a chair to the side, and in her lap is Wicker, and she's sort of idly scratching Wicker, and she looks at you, and she's very stern. Next to her is Sweet Caroline, the orc. She's leaning up against a wall. She's got her arms crossed, and she's watching you. And sitting on the couch facing directly at the secret door is Maggie Cole.
Whoa, look at all these faces that we haven't seen in so long.
How's it going, everyone? Boop, boop.
Does Billy dance?
I don't know.
Maggie doesn't say anything. She's sitting there, and it's at that point that you see Maggie and you see her face and her long sort of reddish hair, and you go, oh, it's Maggie. And then you realize she's wearing full armor, and leaning against the couch next to her is a long spear. And on the floor at her other side is a shield.
Oh, something bad happened?
And she sees you, and she stands up. She grabs the spear. She laces the shield through her arm, and she steps forward, and she points the spear right at the nape of your neck, Tuck. She says, where is my box?
I grab the tip of her spear with my crystal hand.
She looks at your hand, sees the sort of crystal shards, and looks at you, says, you've been through a little bit.
I've been through a lot.
Regardless, give me the box.
I take it off my back. I'm like, fucking, like, okay, here. You don't have to make us feel like assholes about it.
So you have the box in your hands?
Yeah, I just take it off my back. It's always there. I'm like, here, take it. Don't be mean to us when we just woke up from spirit sleep. It's hard to sleep. Spirit sleep.
While you're saying this, Caroline has walked over, taken the box from you bodily, like she's ripped it away, and she flips it over and she sees the crack on the top. She goes, look at this. And she turns it to Maggie, and Maggie flicks her eyes to it. She's still got the spear like unwavering at your throat. And she looks back at you, Tuck, and says, what happened?
Oh.
Was this you?
I lost my temper.
You have 30 seconds to give me a reason not to kill you right here.
Oh, God. Oh, man. I am not good at thinking under pressure.
25.
All I can think is the numbers that you're saying.
20.
Shit. Help. Somebody help me.
I jump up and I'm like, hey, it's not his fault. And you can blame me if you want. I try to be really brave. I close my eyes. I'm ready for the spear. Take me instead.
If you spear him, you'll have to spear me first. Steps in front of that.
I'm looking for an explanation.
Well, you're only getting us to spear instead of your explanation. 15. Ving starts counting down. 14. 13.
Look, you gave us a fucking magic box with a piece of shit wizard in it. The wizard got out of the fucking box. He killed Ving, and then we had to go to a goddamn spirit world to save him. So honestly, if you really think about it, you're to blame for all of this. Except for when I broke the box, that was on me.
You're gonna have to make a roll to convince her.
What am I rolling?
Defy danger charisma, I guess. Like,
Okay.
It's not really a parlay.
13.
Maggie is just staring you in the eyes, and she looks over to Caroline. Caroline looks at her. They sort of have an unspoken conversation. She lowers the spear, and they both walk back over to the couch, and they sit down. She takes the box from Caroline, and she's just looking at it. She's staring at this crack in the top. She still looks angry and confused, but she looks at you and says, tell me everything.
All right.
Okay. So, last time we saw you,
We were on the boat.
we were on a boat. And then then the frogs came.
And then I hid downstairs in your office, and
No, that's before. That's before
oh shit, cut that.
She knows that
But you
part.
did hide, Billy.
You
That's
did
really
hide.
good memory.
Yeah.
It's good memory.
Good
Thank
remembering.
We ran away.
We ran
tricked
away.
you. We led you away. Mears here helped.
No, okay. No, we didn't trick
Should we start
anybody.
again?
You guys are going backwards.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
Can we start
It was
again?
that was the
This
way that you
is-
did it was.
Colonel Dan was taking us.
Yeah. No, this
I
is
know
all
that
great.
There
In
was
character.
a log across the trail.
No, that was
I found
way
a broken
before.
a shard of a spear.
I was in the womb. Everything was warm and wet.
That was 400 years ago.
Yeah, I remember something warm and wet.
No, you definitely don't. Absolutely do not.
Okay. So, where did you want us to take the box?
To the
Vault.
the vault.
To the vault.
That's
Yeah,
right, the vault.
Yeah, the vault.
What do you call it? The vault?
So we were just gonna take the box to the vault,
Mhm.
and the way we did that was you gave us
The cat.
the cat.
So the cat's
He
Good.
sup, Wicker.
he's a nice boy or girl, and he led us through the woods by sniffing the flowers that are orange, and then
He brought us to a river village, bulrush, and I got.
Warm and wet with
with his dreams,
I wrote a poem.
that girl almost died from all those crocodiles.
There was a crocodile attack,
Took its teeth.
and then Billy went crazy.
I was a real groucho.
Oh, Billy,
and-
that was scary.
Yeah, it was. I was in a bad mood for a few days, and then I took it out on these crocodiles.
Remember that chicken chased you for a
I
while there?
do.
And then the old lady convinced us to
Teabagged the little
Billy.
boy.
Yeah. In a magic river.
In the pool that
In
went
the-
backwards.
Yeah.
A magic pool.
When you say in a magic pool, she goes, oh, okay.
So, yep.
And then
I remember the big penis coming out of the
there's a dick monster.
dick monster in the pool.
When the penis monster,
Language, Billy.
sorry, when the
Member monster.
when the member monster came out of the water, he grasped. I can't say it. He took a hold of Ving, and I got really upset, and I was like, I'm gonna save you. So I made some magic with the water, and all this pink light came out, and then I can't remember what happened after that.
At that, Maggie and Caroline share a look.
I woke up surrounded by the elk and polar bear and owl in the spirit world.
After Ving died,
We were all sad for a while.
Yeah, I was sad.
You all mourned me
Ving's
adequately.
looking around at everybody with his eyes really
No,
wide open.
I was sad.
Yeah.
And then we came here to try and find Shathane.
And when you say Shathane's name, Maggie shrugs.
Like, you know Shathane.
Why would I?
Because you know Cartwin.
Yeah.
And Cartwin knows Shathane.
Okay.
Cartwin, you know Shathane.
Yes, I know Shathane.
So you know Shathane, right, Maggie?
Do you know everybody I know?
I know Caroline and Mears.
Okay.
So do you know anybody else?
I know Billy.
She's
Ving puts his arm around Billy. Looking at
Maggie sighs and makes a gesture as if to say, please continue.
So we came here, we went, and then Shathane took us to the spirit world. Cartwin sent us there with a sexy ritual that she did.
Oh, Ving looks at Cartwin.
Cartwin looks around like, excuse me?
There's a lot of fabric falling from your chest.
I was in a trance.
Oh, yeah. So was my little dome.
Good God. She just shakes her head. She says, after we're done this, you're going to tell me what happened to Shathane. Now, please, wrap it up.
Yeah.
You kind of know the rest. We went in.
We went into the spear world and we found Ving, and we had to fight a lot of bees, and we wasps, sorry, and we came back. And Mears was super rude about it.
Mears looks at Maggie like, oh, somebody told my boss that I was bad at my job. Like, no, I was doing what I was. It was a lot of shifts.
Ving holds his hands up with the like shitty ropes on them. They look like spaghetti noodles.
She looks at Mears like, did you tie the shoelace knot again? And he sheepishly looks down. And so that's it. That's how we arrive here.
Yeah. That's basically the story.
So if
That's exactly the story.
That's exactly the story.
yeah, she takes that all in and goes, okay, so if I understand correctly, you, little Billy here, and someone named Shathane went into that room, and then you, little Billy, and Ving came out. Could you explain that?
Well, it's the spirit world's kind of like a walk-in cooler. It's like a first in, first out kind of rule. But what somebody has to stay behind.
Is that how walk-in coolers work?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, otherwise shit goes rotten. You've never worked in a restaurant.
I own a restaurant.
Well, that's different than working inside one. Ving is picking his fingernails and staring at the floor.
She looks at the box. She listens to that and she shakes her head and she looks at the box again. And she says, okay, so it sounds like you've been through a lot. But what I heard basically is I gave you a task and then a bunch of bullshit happened.
Whoa.
And then for some reason, you did not accomplish the seemingly very simple task that I gave you. Follow the cat. All you had to do was let Wicker find the compass roses, and she would take you right to where you needed to go.
Okay, so no problem. We'll just take the box and head to the vault.
Yes.
We'll
Now
just
see-
carry on from here.
Now, see, there's a point of concern for me is when I gave you this box, and I heard later on through messengers that the box had not arrived at the vault. I thought maybe that you'd betrayed me. When I gave you the box, I thought they are far, far too dumb to betray me.
You were right.
And then I thought maybe they were less dumb than I thought, and they've betrayed me. But now, hearing this story, I well and truly believe that you are just dumb.
We're not just dumb, we're also incompetent. Fuck you, lady.
So you can see how I would be a little concerned at allowing this box to be in your possession for any longer, considering that it is now broken.
Okay.
Cracked. It's barely.
It's
not
cracked.
broken.
This should not crack at all.
Can Ving high five Tuck?
Yeah. Big and Tuck high five.
Yeah. Because he broke an unbreakable thing.
I would like to point out that when you gave us this quest, we told you that we are not good at staying on track or finishing things.
Why did you agree?
'Cause why not? You know? It seemed like shit was wrapping up in Mudlark, and this was a reason to leave.
Now, by wrapping up, what do you mean?
The frog people?
Yeah, it was generally being overrun by a frog army.
You consider that wrapping up all of those lives.
It kind of is a natural point to leave a place.
When it needs you most. Yes,
Hey,
understood.
We're not the people who gave us ourselves the orders to leave.
You're right.
That was technically you.
You're absolutely right. That was a slip in my judgment, and that will not happen again.
And second, put yourself in our shoes. If your friend was in danger, and I point at Billy, and I'm like, would you not do anything to save him and make him better? And if your friend, and then I point at Caroline, had died, would you not do anything to bring him back from the dead?
Maggie, her eyes harden even just a little bit more, and she says, "Do you really think that I haven't lost in my life and that I have not tried to bring people back? But this right here," and she lifts up the box, "this represents a threat to countless lives."
No, it doesn't. He's super chill.
Oh yeah. Let's get back to that.
What?
This box has a wizard in it? Is it still in here?
Yeah, he's in there, I think.
Well, he's somewhere.
Yeah.
He was definitely hanging out with us in the spirit realm.
He does not leave us alone.
He is fucking insufferable.
And useless. He tried to teach me a bunch of stuff. I didn't understand any of it. And he wasted all of my time.
Who is this piece of shit?
It was Perel, the fish man.
Oh, that was the
Yeah.
wizard guy.
Yeah.
Was this connected to the monster at the pool in any way?
Yes.
What happened to that monster?
That was when Tuck broke the box.
And then he kind of just like left. The water monster just like he left from the pool and he kind of just like went
It's like out.
everywhere.
Caroline and Maggie share another look, and Caroline says that would explain a lot of what's been going on.
What's been going on? Jinx, you owe me
Honeymead! Fuck! And then Vin starts doing the honeymead dance. Honeymead, 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 honeymead.
Maggie says, "Well, if you're actually interested, things in Mudlark have been pretty bad these past few months. The bullywugs have gotten bolder, and
Who's Boulder? What have they done to Boulder? Kill him.
I like the idea that this is partially Ving's prolonged exposure to like the one name spirits. So he's like, "Oh yeah, Boulder.
Boulder.
Is Boulder okay?" Yeah, they've become more aggressive, but more organized, and we wondered if maybe something had changed, and that would explain it. And we've had a couple reports from cells around the principalities of people going missing, that sort of thing. And if there's some sort of magical entity involved, that could explain a lot of that. It left through the waterways?
Yeah, it went through like every tributary that fed the magic pool. Like, it seemed like it kind of flowed out through all of them. But the wizard in the box, Perel, he said that was kind of all the negative parts of him. And that he's okay.
Oh, there are non-negative parts of a wizard now?
Oh yeah, he's like, he gave us a ride on his back a bunch.
Didn't he turn into a party island for a
He
while?
sure
He
did.
turned into a party island. He helped save Ving.
He saved us from that goldfish or whatever.
The koi.
The koi.
He kind of subsumed the koi.
But in a good way.
Yeah, koi was weird.
Yeah.
Like, Shathane was pretty anti-wizard too, but Perel was saying that there's like another side to the story and that he was trying to help.
A wizard would say that, wouldn't he?
That's exactly what Shathane said.
I think Shathane and I would have got along. Well, what now? We're taking this, and she lifts up the box.
Oh, wait.
What?
What are you going to do with it?
We're going to put it somewhere where it can't harm anyone.
It doesn't do anything to anybody.
I believe that it already killed your friend once.
No.
I'm
It's
fine.
He's fine.
Yeah,
Look
he's
at
fine.
him.
I am still seriously considering killing you.
Well, that's why.
That's unreasonable.
Yeah.
I am but a small boy, an orphan, orphaned in the woods.
What would you gain by killing us?
A small boy? Are you a child murderer now, Maggie?
So you're some sort of child murderer now, Maggie?
I want to believe you, but this could all be a ploy. You could be working to use these things against the people of the principalities, the people of this world. And Mears actually jumps in at this point. He goes, Maggie, if I could just say something. And she nods. She goes, I've I've worked with these folks, in a sense, a little bit more than you have, and they've really put their necks out there just to help people. When they were investigating your identity as Muckraker, it was all in an attempt, I think, in some foolhardy way to help the people of Mudlark. And I don't know. I think that if you could see it in your heart, that they're really just trying to help. And I doubt there's any malice behind any of the things that they've done.
Mears.
He closes his eyes.
Mears.
He puts up a hand. It's really nice to see you guys again.
Nice to see you too, Mears.
Yeah, man. I was worried about you. For good reason. You lost a hand.
Yeah, I did. A frog ate it. And Maggie's like, enough. A frog didn't eat it. You tripped and landed on a frog.
What?
Mears.
Yeah, but then the frog ate it. I suppose that is technically true. And she looks at Mears and she looks at the needle on his cloak, and just you see the thought process going through her head, like, well, if we're keeping this dipshit around, what do you think you can offer? How do you think you can help?
Okay, Billy gets up the courage and he says, well, we're still technically menders.
And Maggie puts up her hand and says, no, you are not.
Yes, I am. And I pull out the pin from Tuck's hand.
That was a method of identifying yourself as an ally to the Menders.
As menders.
And she pulls out the vial with the pin that she pricked. Like you see the drops of blood at the bottom. And she says, this was nothing more than a method of tracking you.
And crowning us as menders, and I put it back in my hair.
And she says, there is a time-honored and complicated induction ceremony.
And we thank you.
And Mears goes, it's true. There's a song.
Sing it.
Oh, there's no
Sing it.
words.
Oh,
No, sing
okay.
it now.
It kind
Hum
of
it.
goes and there's more, but I can't remember it.
Oh, that's lame.
It's more of a dirge.
Yeah.
What do you think you can offer me as an ally to the Menders?
You have my axe.
And my bow.
And you wait.
Wait, Ving has a.
Sorry.
Can you take my bow?
Hey, give me that bow.
Yeah. I take his bow. It's really heavy.
And Ving says, and our cat.
That's technically my cat. But Ving or Tuck, you take the axe out, the Larry, Terry, and Chad, and they all kind of look at it, and then they look at the pile of weapons that they took from you. Like Billy, you see your short sword and your dagger and all your throwing knives and poisons and stuff, and Mears sees that and goes, they didn't have that when I was in there. And Caroline looks at the axe and goes, what is that?
You mean who is that?
Spirit axe. Brought it back from the spirit world. Inside of it is the souls of our friends, Terry, Larry, and Chad.
They're rocks.
Oh, okay. And Cartwin,
Ving's doodling on a piece of paper. Yeah, they're rocks.
and they all listen to that description, and Caroline's just staring at it, and you hear her say very quietly, that's extremely cool. She's just like smitten with this axe. Cartwin gets up actually and starts like touching the axe a little bit, like kind of inspecting it. Like, so you've transferred the spirits of 3 stones in this axe?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
First, we had to trick them into thinking they were 3 different stones for a while.
It's just, it's honest. It's beautiful. And Maggie's like, okay, yes, it's a very nice axe. Now, can you please tell me what you're going to do for me to redeem yourselves?
And I take the axe and I'm going to do some pretty wild axe moves right now. My attempt is going to be quite a lot of flips up, like under my arm, catch it again, spin it around, do a couple of twirls.
Ooh.
It's going to be like watching that front guy in a parade.
So what actually happens?
Well, I don't know. I have to roll.
You do not have to roll.
Defy danger.
No.
Charisma.
Could Ving start whistling the Harlem Globetrotters theme?
See, the thing. No, hold on. Now, do you understand the problems with rolling for superfluous stuff?
No.
No.
You're opening yourself up to hard move failures.
Don't
If you
lose the
fail,
axe.
a bad thing happens.
And defy danger charisma.
Charisma?
3.
You used to be so charming.
In what world does axe spinning become a charismatic event?
I want to aid.
With the
No.
performance of it. That was a really good effort,
It's
Tuck.
heart. It's all heart. Axe spinning comes from in here.
What are you pointing at?
My penis.
Okay, so wow, just great. Okay, so here's how I'm going to do this because you demanded to roll for something you did not need to roll
Be
for.
reasonable.
No.
Yeah.
But you had the chance for me to be reasonable.
Please.
I know, right? So wait, what's your charisma modifier? 3? 2?
2.
2. Okay, so it's a 5 either way. Spectacular. It's nothing in this scene is going to happen.
Nobody can aid.
But behind the scenes, something has happened. Something, as you have stood around, flipping your axe like Tom Cruise in Cocktail,
Whoa. I didn't know it was going to be that cool.
something bad has happened in the world.
I mean, bad things happen all the time.
Sure. Directly.
Tom Cruise
whatever.
feels bad.
Yeah, something bad has happened. Okay. Great. And I guess you mark a point of experience.
Solid.
Worth it.
Is it?
Guys, as far as I know, there are no negative repercussions.
Great. So what happens though is that you start spinning it around and you're like twirling it like a baton and you try and flip it behind your back and it goes straight out at a right angle and just destroys an armoire. That's the thing that happens in the scene. And Cartman goes,
Hey, I am again so sorry about your apartment.
She looks at the hole that you smashed through the wall and goes, whatever. And Maggie watches all this happen and goes, I feel I am going to regret this very much, but if you want to help, we could use it. And she starts to tell you about a few of the rumors that they've heard through different Mender cells of things going on in the principalities. And I'm going to ask y'all what those rumors are. So, Abdul, give me one of the rumors that the Menders have heard.
I thought of two. Shit.
You're going to give me one.
Give the one with the less penises in it.
I don't have any anymore.
Give an even amount of penises between them.
They both are dick related.
All right. So what are you thinking?
There's been a recurrence of the coronet.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So this is something that we've talked about off mic a little bit. Talk about the coronet.
Mhm.
So the coronet is a broken moon that appears once every long period of time.
That we haven't decided.
Yeah.
I don't think it's regular.
It's not regular.
69
Sometimes.
years. Can we get another read on
Can we
that?
get a clean read on that, Paul?
we get a clean read on 69.
Years.
Years. Yeah, every like irregular amount of time for the last like 90 years since the Exodus, a broken moon has appeared in the sky. And in the last 2 weeks, the coronet has returned permanently.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So now there is a broken moon in the sky all of the time.
Great. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
What's your other one?
The other one I was thinking of is
I said one.
No, I
Jessica
want to hear
asked.
it.
Okay.
the other one I was thinking of is that you had entire battalions returning from the River Wars.
Yeah, that's another thing that we've talked about. We've talked about a lot of world building stuff off mic for our own enjoyment. The River Wars we've described is a conflict that happened in the Riverlands Principality between two families, and due to the weird time-space nature of the Exodus, the River Wars is reported as having gone on for a few weeks to a few years to a few decades. During the wars, people disappeared and came back, and it had only been a few weeks, but they said they'd been away for 20 years.
And they aged 20 years.
They aged, yeah, and they've aged, and people have come back younger.
Mhm.
Like
Whoa.
it was just a really fucked up.
There are people who remember dying multiple times.
Yeah, it was.
They fought the same battle over and over again for decades.
And to all, some people have said the River Wars have been over for almost 100 years,
Mm-hmm.
but other people have said it's only, it's a very screwed up area of the principalities.
And since like the River Wars ended like 100 years ago, like there's been nothing, just the legend of the River Wars until now, until this like these battalions like just appeared, and it was like these guys returned home 100 years ago and they died 60 years ago, but like another version of them came back.
Yeah, pretty cool. Paul?
I was going to say that since Crocodile died in the pool, and that was the spirit form of crocodile, so all of the crocodiles and crocodile-like animals in the world have been disappearing and dying, and it's throwing the whole food chain, the whole ecosystem, the delicate balance that exists in the world is being thrown out of whack slowly in different pockets. Obviously, in the more crocodile-dense environments and ecosystems, they're heavily affected, but slowly the food chain's breaking down, and the animal kingdom is severely affected, and is starting to affect the human world too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been a removal of the crocodile species.
Yeah, that's a cool thing that will just continue to affect the world too. Like that's not even necessarily like the crocodile adventure. It's like nature is fucked.
No, nature is fucked.
You guys went into the spirit world, you created a species, you've destroyed a couple other ones, and everything is fucked now.
I'd I would do it all again for you.
Oh,
Oh, that's sweet.
crocodile tears.
Jessica?
The Widdershins is flooding.
Oh, so there's like a flooding in the Everwood Valley?
Yeah.
Whoa. Wait, so like both sides of, is it the whole thing is flooding?
Both the rivers are flooding.
Whoa.
And that's never happened before.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. No, that's actually perfect because that's like specific big events that are like, we need to investigate these, and then like other world things that can be investigated but will also just have greater ramifications. Because I was thinking like, oh, we're going to have to choose one, but those all work sort of in conjunction with one another. Okay, so Maggie lists off all these rumors that the Menders have heard. So what do you think the three of you would want to investigate?
Investigate.
Like,
Is she dispatching us to investigate something?
It seems that way.
I feel like we have a connection with Perel. Like, if his evil spirits out there causing shit, he might be responsible for this because he's in the water. He could be responsible for these floods.
That's true.
Yeah, and if
We might have a connection with him.
Yeah.
We could talk to him.
I feel like we should stick on this box and help get it back to the vault. Because if we, abandon Perel, I guess I kind of feel some loyalty to him for helping us. So we can't really just, leave him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. So the plan currently is try and see the box through to the end and then maybe head to the Halfling lands and check out the water.
Yeah, and try and figure out what's Perel's actual end game. Because, he was pretty cool with us in the spirit world, but he could still be, trying to fuck us over.
And possibly if he took Crocodile out of this world, he might be able to bring him back. I don't know.
Oh man, I like you guys so much. You've really given me some cool shit to think about. Okay, so the consensus now is that you're gonna offer to see the box through to the vault and then go investigate the flooding of the Widdershins and the Sunwise. That's sort of the plan right now.
And make sure the ecosystem of the planet doesn't crumble.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Cool, and everybody agrees with that.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So you tell Maggie that, and she thinks all that through. She's sort of nodding to herself. She says, I may come to regret this. And while you didn't complete the very simple task that I laid out for you
Yet,
sure, you have very clearly overcome some incredible hardships in the time between then and now, and your effectiveness can unfortunately not be denied. And considering the unbelievable damage that you seem to cause everywhere you go, I feel like I would rather have you on my side with some friendly eyes on you than in the wind doing whatever in the Diamond Hills you choose to do. So I'm going to trust you one more time. But if you fail me, I will not be so forgiving.
Wait, are you coming with us or are you sending us alone?
No. I'm not coming with you, but I feel like this is a great opportunity to lay some responsibility on a new recruit. And she puts a hand on Mears's arm. And Mears looks at her. His eyes go wide and he looks at you. And he goes, okay.
thumbs up, Mears.
Mears.
Come on, Maggie.
Mears.
You too, Caroline. Mears. You're out there in the hallway.
Mears. And I lift Mears up on my shoulder. Mears.
And that's where we're going to leave it for this week. My name is Shawn O'Hara, and I've been your game master. With me, as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
So long.
Playing Fat Billy the Halfling Thief, Jessica Tai.
Bye, friends.
And playing Ving, one name only, the Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
I love ribs.
Thanks to... Oh, that took me a second. That took a second for that to land. So good. And thanks to Wes Lord, our technical producer. Thanks to Gavin Vickery for very kindly offering for very kindly offering up this 100% wood ping pong table in his beautiful co-work space and also office in beautiful Nanaimo, British Columbia for us to record in. Thanks to Aaron Reed of Vancouver Sunday Service for our intro and outro music. Thanks to you for listening. And at this point, I'm going to say, you know what? If you like the show, tell a friend, because we don't advertise in any ways that we absolutely should be doing at this point. So tell your friends. And if you find it in your heart, please give us a review on iTunes, 5 stars or more, whatever you feel comfortable with, as long as it is at least 5 stars. And I'm sure you listen to other podcasts and you've heard this a billion times, but very genuinely, reviews are super important to get shows out there and let people know that they might be interested in them. And we have social media accounts on Twitter. You can find us at Spout Lore, Facebook, Spout Lore, and through those various...
Hey, friends, look us up on the internet everywhere. Spout Lore.
It's true.
That's great. Fuck it. I don't need anything else. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time, baby.
And so ends the tale of adventures 3 who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, fun times abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be like a conclusion, we will not leave you without a resolution. Return next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd gladly spout more.
Oh, yeah. Check out Input Cowork in Nanaimo, British Columbia. Beautiful co-work space with a loft.
It's sick. I'd live there.
I would live there. It's nicer than a lot of apartments I've lived in. That's absolutely true.
I've never been in a nicer space.
And I never will be again.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
Forgive me, Father.
For I've sinned.
It's been 6 months.
Since my last confession.
What would you like to confess today?
I have decades of failings I could recap here.
Today, I want to confess the worst thing I've ever done.
Okay. Lots to unpack here.
I can be kind of a crap husband.
I took 8 years of my life and lit it on fire in a matter of 5 hours.
So I did what any self-respecting father would do.
I, lightly dosed his Gatorade with a powerful laxative.
And I guess sorry for making out in the confessional?
Since confession is about talking to God, I felt he had a right to know what you've done.
What I've done? What did I do?
Are you kidding?
Do you love Emily?
What the hell kind of question is that?
Well, you're not going to absolve me? That's the whole point.
Please leave the sacrament to the professionals.
Where do you get off talking to me like this?
Excuse me?
What the who is there?
Forgive Me, a comedy podcast from Rogue Dialogue.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.